Excuse me. Could I have just a moment of your time? No offense, but I want to get to know the real you. Like, the real you. No offense. No offense. If you have a moment, I would like to get to know the real you. The real you. No offense. The real you. The real you. No offense. What's up, guys? It's your boy Matt Arrington, also known as Mr. No Offense, and I'm here today on the No Offense podcast with SinDoll303. As promised, we've been advertising that to y'all. You guys got an interview to look forward to today, so I'm so glad that you guys made it. Shout out to we got Jason Garcia saying HKM in here. That's High Caliber Music. Shout out to you guys, man. And I'm definitely honored to have you, on the show. We're gonna do me a favor, everybody who is watching right now, hit the share button. We're gonna try to get this out as much as possible. While it's live, it will be up and left up so people can view it after we're done. But we do want to get the engagement. So if you're in here and you're here to show some love to SinDoll303, don't be shy to the comments. Make sure that you do hit the comments, and I will definitely get them on screen and let her know that you're calling and showing that love. So without further ado, I'm going to bring our guest of honor on the show. We're going to bring her in, and we're going to kick off this interview. You know what I'm saying? So again, guys, make sure you hit that share. I appreciate you. Here we go.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Glad to have you on the show, SinDoll. We definitely appreciate you coming through the podcast. And if you're cool with it, we're going to get to know you here for a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, every time they gave me a good story, it always had this beginning, right? We always got to start from the beginning so we know how the rest of it goes, right? So let's start off with your beginning. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised Denver, Colorado, so I'm a Denver native.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's visited the Mile High City, but I'm from here. It's not the same no more, though, since everything's been legalized, the 420. So, yeah, things ain't the same anymore, but still got to love it, the city.
Gotcha. Now, I take it, do you smoke? If I got to ask, because it's
no. I wouldn't be able to because it kills my vocal cords when I sing and stuff. So that's one big thing why I don't.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just because you're in the unique, situation that you're in, with it being, legalized there and for it being legalized for so long. That's why I was asking. So growing up, in Denver, Colorado, I imagine you got snow all the time. I'm a Southern bro myself. I've seen snow one time. And that was by accident. How did you like it growing up?
I'm not a snow person. Honestly, I do not like the cold. I wish I could move somewhere in the wintertime because it gets so cold here. I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona for a while. And I love it out in Phoenix. I love the palm trees. I love the all-day summer, all-day heat. I'd rather be a heat person because you can, take your clothes off and put something else on than, be cold all day and be, I'm not a snow person.
Hey, I say that all the time. I actually feel the same way, but I'd rather be hot than cold because I can't. Going from Denver to Phoenix, man, that's such a big contrast. You know what I'm saying? Whereabout were you in your life? Was that a young? Was that like as a young child that you moved to Phoenix, or whereabout did you?
2 years ago, I moved out there. I had a significant other out there. He was locked up out there. I was a prison wife for like 4 years, loyal. I believe in loyalty. So I moved out there to be by his side. And fortunately, things didn't work when he got out. So
I understand. People change, and sometimes, things run its course, so it got you.
Sorry to interrupt. That's actually where my song Without You came from, was the lyrics. So I want to put that on your iPodcast here soon when I can. But yeah, that was the first song, and I did a collab with my daughter, Smokey Sparks. She's 19 and she's very talented with music. So she's the one that we jumped on. And I mean, I hadn't done music for like in 5 years from
Mm.
prior to that song. And I mean, I guess you can say like Taylor Swift. Now I know how, where your lyrics come from, your feelings, emotions.
You feel
So
like a overwhelming like weight. Do you feel like an overwhelming weight to get it all out in different ways, um, or
I'm
do you find
so a lyric type of person. So when I listen to music, I listen to the lyrics, to the words. I'm a type of person like when I write music, my music comes from like everyday life, I guess you can say, from the heart, the soul, what you go through everyday life. Like me and DJ Caliber, we made a track called "Do You Hear Me," and it's on SoundCloud. And it's basically talking about everyday life, everyday struggles when you get up. It's not just mentally, it's physically. And I mean, it's a pretty good song on SoundCloud. We didn't put it on YouTube. Maybe one day we might. It was just, just we just wrote it and just dropped it right away. But it's a really good, inspiration, talking about everyday life, about like mental illness and how you have to struggle every day, and what you go through. Like, do you hear me? Like, you usually, like, all the doctors want to do is give you medication. Medication is just going to give you a new symptom. You know what I'm saying? And so basically that's what I was talking about in my lyrics. Like, do you know that these prescriptions give blurred vision? I mean, I got glasses now.
true. Because that's what your eyesight no, and that gives you headaches and all kinds of things. So you're right. I guess I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I struggle with PTSD. So bipolar, depression, so I really I'm well known to.
Was this something that you've like were you born with this? Did you suffer this as a kid,
uh,
or did you develop
actually
this as it go along?
it was growing up as a little girl because I was molested as a little girl by my stepdad. So
Mm.
I went through a lot of, trials, struggles. I joined a gang. I did a lot of drugs. I medicated myself. I mean, being a female, it's very important. And I'm very hard with my kids on this, my daughters, to save your virginity for the man you love, for the man you want to be married to, because when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, that's
So,
factual.
I mean, I struggled a lot with that. And I mean, I started to medicate myself with drugs. I started that's why I can relate to like, I guess you can say, Juice World. I relate
Mm-hmm.
to his music a lot because his music talks about like medicating himself with pills, drugs, alcohol. Unfortunately, he passed away, but it's very hard for people to relate if you're not in that type of shoe situation.
I understand. Let me slow you down just a little bit because I definitely can tell that that we've got a lot to go into. I just want to keep everybody all on the same page as we go along, so we're not hopping back and forth. Where about did you start to do music? Was this was the outlet as you grew up, or were you always into music as a child, or
I
um
used to be in choir, so
uh
I grew up singing in choir. I used to play the clarinet. So, I mean, I guess it was musical in my genes. I used to tap dance. I would do talent shows, tap dance. I never really knew that I could sit down and, I mean, I used to write poetry. So poetry is basically like, writing lyrics.
facts.
And so I guess that's where it all came from. I just started writing poetry and stuff. And then one day I guess I got a beat from somewhere, and I was like, hey, I can do this. I can do a song. I can write this, and it just came from there.
Gotcha. Around what age, if you don't mind me asking, where you
Um,
know
7,
around
8.
7?
Mhm.
Gotcha. And when about from that point do you think was the first time you recorded professionally, or when you were able to actually put yourself on a track where you could listen back to it and things like
I would
that?
say 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I went into studio and I wrote a song, and I was like, "Hey, I got this." But I mean, everybody knows when you go in the studio, it's nerve wracking the first time.
Facts.
You get, and then I don't know if people are claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic, so when I first went into the studio, I was like having anxiety, panic, and I was like,
It's a lot of
and
pressure.
yeah, it is. It's a lot of pressure to write music and to go into the studio. And basically, we're our own critics.
Yeah.
Artists are our own critics.
Facts.
So we don't want to release something that we think sounds like crap, trash, doesn't sound good, or, so we basically judge our own selves.
Gotcha. So Okay, so I know you said you had a rough upbringing as far as coming through the ranks and getting to the person that you are today.
Yes.
Probably learn some hard lessons and things like that. So when you first got to the studio and you had all of this that you wanted to get out, how was it? How was it overcoming those nerves and finally starting to try to put something together that you're going to actually record? Did you finally got over that initial? Did you find it easy? Was it challenging reliving that trauma trying to get it out, or
No,
you know
actually, it was easy because that's when I met Jason, DJ Caliber, and back at that time, that was 5 years ago. It was called High Caliber Entertainment at that time,
okay.
and I was working with two artists called Gico and Malhai Nesto from HKE, and we did a track. Well, they did a track called "You Don't Want It,"
Hmm.
and they were looking for a female artist to collab just to jump on as a hook. And so I applied for it. I was like, hey, maybe I can do this. So, I mean, I wasn't really out there. So, and I met up with the guys. I met up with all three of them, and they liked the way I dropped the hook.
Okay.
So I jumped on that track with them, and that's when I started saying, because Jason had, I guess you could say he believed in me as an artist, DJ Caliber, and he was like, you can do this, and he's the one that gave me you got this, girl, you got this. And he's the one that gave me the push.
Shout out to DJ
Okay.
Caliber.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I got this. So then I ended up jumping into the studio with Jason, High Caliber Entertainment at the time, and we dropped it. It's also on YouTube. It's called You Don't Want It. And it's a really good track. And after that, I just was like, wow, I sound pretty good. I like this. And we also did a video shoot. So I was like, okay, I like this. I think I got the hang of this. And then I ended up going into the studio with my cousins, my cousin Angel and Shade Loke. They're like music too. They like to do music. And we opened up at the Roxy. So I literally got to perform on stage at the Roxy, and I just did hooks. I never did anything else. I just did hooks for people. So I got to perform on stage at the Roxy and be on stage and see all the fans and people like, hey, give me a high five, dancing. And that was like, wow, I love it. That was the big boost right there, being on stage.
That thrill after doing it, being on stage, that thrill, you gotta rush. He's like, yeah, I like this. This is what I want to do.
Yeah, and that's when I started saying, you know what, I think I'm made for this. And then I started working with a lot of other artists, and I mean, still to this day, I have artists all over. Like literally, I'm working on a collab right now with a guy named T Shada, Rude Boy. He's in Cleveland, and I'm doing a hook right now for him. I wrote it up. I just got to get in the studio and drop it, and then send it to him. But I have a lot of people, a lot of artists, amazing artists that are in my inbox from all over. I mean, I have from Africa. I have is it called Gambia?
Gambia?
Yeah, Gambia. Sorry about that.
No problem.
And yeah, he wants to do, and I have a guy from Spain, Italy, who wants to do a collab with me now. So it's like, wow, I'm just like, wow, I got these people from all over, not just Colorado now.
See, so you went from somebody who wasn't so sure in their music to you were harnessing this unknown talent that you had, that was just waiting to burst out of you. We've got some love coming in the chat. Just want to make sure that you get it right here. We got DJ Caliber. He says DJ Caliber up in here. Hashtag High Caliber Music. Shout out to DJ Caliber. We appreciate you, man, and hearing about you in the story. You're giving her that push so she could, bring another artist to the fold, man. Definitely appreciate you and shout out to you for, being that support. Sometimes that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? The push, just giving that support. And man, look what unrolls. So he said, shout out to SinDoll303. We got Spyro Hugh. Appreciate you. He said, what's good? He's in the building from out of Houston, Texas. He said, salute. Hashtag NON. Hashtag No Offense Network. Appreciate you, boss man. He's also a fellow artist, and he's tuning in to get to know your story today. So we appreciate you, boss man, for real.
Yeah.
So back to your story. So let's slow it down. I'm sorry to go back to the past. So you said you learned some rough lessons and things like that. When you picked up music back in the day and you were going through these music, did you always continue to write music so that maybe when you got to the studio you had this, you had a mountain of things that you wanted to do, or was it more so like you kind of put it down? Because I noticed in a lot of artists' lives, sometimes when they're going through stuff, for some reason the music kind of gets put on the back burner where, what I'm saying, it's just so much things are going in life that they just kind of don't have the time that they'd like to, and they kind of return to it.
You have to make time for it because it is very overwhelming. I mean, I have a big book like a big book. I don't do it like the people do on their phones or whatever, because I write it still old school on paper, like.
Facts.
And sometimes, like if I hear like a saying or a phrase, I'll go write that down, because that might work for my next song or something. So I have like paper scattered everywhere with phrases, sayings, and just stuff that go together. But I mean, honestly, as an artist, like a lot of artists want to get out there and make it and push. So those are the ones that like really strive at it and go for it every day, every day, every day. Unfortunately, me, I'm a slacker, and I have other things. Like I have a makeup line that I'm doing. I'm trying to do my own merchandise line, like my beanies, my hoodies, and I have a lot of like I said, being a prison wife, I have a lot of prison wife supporters from all over. So, I usually do makeup and lippies and stuff. And I try to, and, the big thing about me, I can honestly say, is I love to give back to my supporters. I love to give back. So I usually, you support me, I'm going to give you back too. I'm going to show love back. So I'll give them, a hat, a lipstick, just something to give back to show love, because I love supporters. Those are what make me keep going, keep pushing me to do music.
Facts. See, he's saying, Spiral saying, salute the prison wives. He says, drop her link so I can follow. We will get the links if you can. I'll either get them from you, or if you can drop them in the chat, we can put them in the chat. But we'll definitely get them on screen for you.
Yeah, I have a lot of prison wives from all over. Like I said, still was a prison wife, and I love my sisters. It's not easy being a prison wife as well. Having your man away, and you have to do what you have to do.
Facts. How does that? I mean, I know you said that does go into your music. You actually put it into your music. The things that you were feeling at that time. Did you find them to give you some relief, just trying to share what you were going through with other people, or did it just kind of like dampen it? You were just wanting to make sure the story was out there, kind of thing.
That's where my new track came from. On My Way. That's on your radio station,
and we're gonna play that for them today as well. I have it up. So
that's where my new track was written from, being a prison wife, and I actually shared that in one of my prison group wives, because it's called On My Way, talking about good days, bad days, no matter what. Like if you're you really love somebody, and I guess it's called like about loyalty, because nowadays people don't have loyalty, and my loyalty definition of love is loyalty overvalues everything, and that's what love me stands for. So my song On My Way came from, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter how busy you are, how actions speak louder than words. So no matter what you're going through, you're gonna be there for that person when you love them. No matter what, you're gonna drop everything, good days, bad days, no matter what, you're gonna be there.
Well, what I want to do while I can, since I found out we had the ability, I'm going to actually allow them to hear On My Way by way of your YouTube page. We're going to subscribe while we're there as well, so I can demonstrate how to do it, so y'all have no excuse. Y'all can follow. I'm going to give a whole tutorial on how to hit the button. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all who are watching who ain't never done it, you know what I'm saying? So, and then after we play the song, SinDoll, we're going to come back and continue the story, all right?
Okay.
All right, let's get it done right here. Okay.
Always gonna be you. It must be something too good to be true. Even on a good day, even on a bad day, you're the one I'm running to. Nobody can compare. I just wanna be there. Let me be the one to love you. From when the sun goes up, when the sun goes down, let me be the one to save you. On my way. Hesitate coming to you. Time can't get in my way. I just wanna save you. I just wanna save you. I just wanna save you. Never gonna leave you all alone and stranded. When you need me, I'ma be there. Like lightning that flashes bright like a flare, so brightly mesmerizing, blazing like a shooting star in the sky. When you see me, just hold me tightly and know that I'm coming just for you. On my way. day coming to you. Time can't get in my way. I just wanna save you. Let me be your hero. Let me be your armor. Let me be your legs to your table and chair. Let me be your tonic. Let me be your gin. Let me be your casino game from the wind. Let me be your paper. Let me be your rock. Let me be your ink to your ink pen. Let me be your butter. Let me be your jelly. Let me be the one you love and marry. On the good days, on the bad days, let me be the one who runs and saves you. On the good days, on the bad days, let me be the one who runs and saves you.
All right, guys. That was On My Way. He said, Spiral say I just subscribed.
Oh,
Appreciate you, boss man.
it. Thank you.
He said much love. Yeah, so definitely heartfelt lyrics, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that like I said, we talked about before, it gives me like that rockish feel. Like I'm not one that listens to a lot of rock person myself, but it gave me that like Blink 182 kind of feel, like in the beginning of like American pop. Like it's really listenable. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like something that already fits in a movie somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So it's really nicely done. Shout out to
Thank you.
your team over at High Caliber Music, and yes, that's what they're saying in the comments. Nicely done, amazing track, love it.
Much love. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I think you definitely did a great job capturing, the emotion that you were trying to convey in there, and I think it'll be transferred well to everybody who listens to it. So
Thank
yeah. Uh, I definitely want to make sure that we had time to talk about your makeup line as well. How long have you been doing this? Is this something that you were always into, or did you start recently, or
I
how?
would say in April it crossed my mind because I love makeup. I mean, I also love to work out in the gym. I mean, you probably can't tell right now, but I like to motivate other women. I love to help other women. That's my goal. I love to, make women be the queens that they are and help them. I don't believe in downgrading them. I don't believe in jealousy. I believe in the only competition us women should have is the ones when we look in the mirror. So I love to help women. I'm trying to get like merchandise with my leggings, workout, and go from there because I have a lot of women that do look up to me and I like to be, very positive and an inspiration to them. Like, I know you are in Texas and I grew up on Selena,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I love Selena. I grew up on her. She was my inspiration, my role model. So,
where can they purchase where can they purchase and view your materials?
I'm getting
Products?
I'm getting all that together with my little website and whatnot. I mean, I have all
Okay.
my leggings and shirts and that and hoodies designed. It's just, getting all that together. Right now I'm doing it the little ghetto style, out my back door.
I ain't knocking it. You got to do what you got to do. At least you're trying it.
Out back door. But
How
yeah. So
how can they shop with you though? Like where can they? Do they need to
well,
like
I
try to meet you?
add me on Facebook, and then I usually post all my merch or whatever I do on Facebook. And that's one thing a lot of people were like, well, why don't you get your SinDoll303 music own page? And I'm like, you know what, I'm the type of person that I want my fans to see all of me, the crazy side of me, the real side of me, the ugly side of me, no makeup side of me,
Hey,
so
hey,
so
no, that's real.
I'm pretty, you see on my Facebook, I'm me, and that's what I want my fans, people that are on my page to see me. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm not gonna be fake. I want them to see the real me. So
Hey, no offense. That's what we love. As you hear in the intro, it says we want to get to know the real you, and I love that about because the internet puts all this expectation that in our generation we have the internet. I know that everybody grew that before us, you know what I'm saying, but we have the internet, and they put so much pressure on how you should do this or when you should do that or why you shouldn't say this. So no offense, we just want to know the real you. You know what I'm saying? So we
yep.
appreciate you for coming on the platform and letting us know that. We got Spyro saying there's no such thing as you said the ghetto way. He said hustle is hustle. And you said even if it's hand to hand, he said it's more to he said hand to hand is more intimate and keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? He definitely believe in
Thank you.
you and give
Thank you. I
support.
appreciate that.
As far as we do have some ladies who are on here. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to list off some products you might have? Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't wear makeup, so you're gonna be talking gibberish to me for a minute, but let them know who watching so they know they can, you know what I'm saying, why they
I
reach
have
out to send out.
I have palettes with different colors. I have lipsticks, and they're all, FDA approved, cruelty free. That's a big thing. That was a must. Paraben free. I have I just brought a sample like this, of palettes. I have different colors. My lip gloss lippies that I have, they're all matte, so they're like non-smudge, waterproof. They don't, I mean, literally don't come off. Um, I have blush, I have contour, I have highlights, and I'm just, I'm still adding different colors and different. But I mean, feel free to add me on Facebook, and I do have a makeup page called SinDoll303 Cosmetics that I have all my, girls on, my dolls on my page. So I post, all that stuff there.
Facts. So y'all make sure y'all add her as well. You know what I'm saying on all platforms to send all 303. Is that the
Oh,
best way to find?
SinDoll303 Mac. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram, Snap. Yeah. So and I advertise on all that stuff. So.
Speaking of which, how did you pick your name? Was that something that you've had since even as a child, or is it something that always right? Or how did you put it together? That's the name that you want to perform with.
No, I just because my real name is Cindy.
Mm.
So everybody would be like Sin, and I always was like up to no good. I was always like, man, I'm always, I would tell my mom, why couldn't you name me something good like candy, like sweet? You know what I'm saying? So I ended up being called SinDoll, and I mean it's because like my name's Sin, and when I talk to all my prison wives or all my friends, I call them dolls. All the girls I call dolls. So I was like, hey doll, how doll, and then it just came as for SinDoll. And
Gotcha.
at one time when I was just called SinDoll, I Googled it, and there was a girl that was a porn star named SinDoll.
Oh, you had to separate it. Yeah.
So I had to add the 303. Yeah, I had to add the 303. I was like, that's not me. That's not me. Nope.
they never question. Hey, you telling people their name, but you ever run across somebody who just gave you one of those looks like
Yeah.
they might know who it is, and they're like, okay, I'm just gonna keep on walking.
I had to when I think I Googled and she was doing porn and her name was SinDoll. I go, I better add the 303.
Gotta change that branding. But so as far as the prison wives, when did you did you always have that support from the beginning of the of the sentence, or was it something that you found along the way? And how has it helped? You know what I'm saying, along the way. I'm sure the support has been phenomenal. And what you
I mean, I'm not trying to put my own people down in Colorado, but I get more support and love from other states and other countries.
I think that might be a popular thing with everybody who might be in here.
I had to sometimes question myself: am I good or am I not good?
No. We've heard your music. We definitely seen the makeup. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Keep doing you. They catch on late. It's always the people who are around you or who are more threatened for your greatness. You know what I'm saying? So
I love supporting all the other artists. I mean, I get friend requests on Facebook from artists all over, and I love. I mean, you probably see. I support all artists. I love artists. It's not easy. It's not easy. Like I said, I support them because lyrics do come from your heart, your soul. That's where music is made from. And so I support all artists. I love. It's not easy. It's sometimes you feel like you want to give up because you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, or you're just not good enough, or like I said, we're our own critic. So.
Hey man, I definitely think I always say nothing's a waste of time until you quit, because everything comes with consistency. Like everything that if you ever feel like you're missing, and I promise it'll all come with consistency. You just gotta. We all have those trials though. We all have everybody feels like that at some point. You know what I'm saying? Where you question if what you're doing is worth it.
Yes.
But I feel like that's a necessary thing, because you should have those real checkpoints with yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself at a point where, if you want something really bad, it doesn't matter how low it's going to get. You're going to be like, nah, I'm not going to let this be the thing that break me. You know what I'm saying? But if you find yourself to a point where you realize that, hey, you know what, I've gone as much as then maybe that's not your path. Because I promise you, your path will make you push through whatever you're going through if it's for you. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I said to myself. I said, if I make it, it's because God blessed me. It's not because I'm like, going, it's because basically God blessed me. And I mean, and if I ever do make it big or, get big or whatever, my music, I want to support people with mental health, because mental illness is a struggle, depression, anxiety, panic. And that's what I push for all the time, that if I do make it big and God bless me, that's who I want to support and work with, is the mental health, mental illness. So.
Do you want to like start how do you want to help them? Do you want to start with like a charity?
help people, or and that's why I can say that my music, I try to be more positive and uplifting. I mean, it's hard living in this world nowadays. It's not the same anymore. It's not. Definitely the COVID and all that is just not the same. And sometimes it can get people in depression. I get depressed. There's times I have to pull myself out of bed and be like, and I mean, I still see a psychiatrist to talk to, so that's what I want to do, though, help other people, because their depression will kill people slowly. You see people that are laughing, the funniest, the most happiest people in the world, and you wouldn't even know that they want to kill themselves. They're depressed, so.
Yeah, it's I definitely admire what you're doing and your message. I feel like your music is definitely going to help you spread it easier. Like I said, your music is really listenable. It's one of those. I'm telling you, we got to get that snuck on a movie somewhere, because nobody would ever think that it didn't belong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be like,
Hey Hales, he did. I showed
yeah,
the artist. He's another, I guess, artist music, and he literally tagged me in that song, and he was like, "This song would be perfect for a movie." So
yeah,
he's
it's
an artist.
dope.
So shout out Jay Hales. So.
It's definitely dope. So, what is there anywhere that you well, for one, have you performed by yourself at SinDoll? Because I know before you said you were doing hooks. You know what I'm saying? So, have you done a set by yourself yet, or is that in the works, or is it
um
coming?
I'm like waiting. I haven't really performed lately. I mean, I do karaoke a lot, and I have a lot of fans on karaoke. I mean, I usually go every Sunday, and I mean, I do have fans doing karaoke, and I love it. But like I said, I'm the type of person, like, if God wants me out there, He's gonna put me out there at that time. Right now, I'm just concentrating like on my makeup, my trying to build myself, to make myself better, to be be better person, and go harder. Like every morning, you probably wake up and be like, I gotta go harder today. you know
Hey,
so I'm, like I said, when God blesses me and He's like, it's time, then I know it'll be time.
tell you what, I can. It's time for the No Offense podcast, and I like that because that makes that I have no doubt that you're gonna get where you're going, and the fact
Thank
that
you.
you have an open mind. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where you're
I
going. So,
appreciate you letting me be on your site.
hey, no, I appreciate the support. Like I could tell you guys, like it's an honor for me to be able to work with such amazing artists. I really do, like you. I believe in the lyrics. I believe where you're writing from comes from your heart, and you express it with the track that you put out for the world. Now, everybody can critique, but nobody can get in the booth and produce what you produced. So that's what you gotta always remember first and foremost.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? If you decide to take a critique, that's a choice. It's not a demand. You know what I'm saying? And most times, the person who appreciate the art the most is the person who created it, because they understand everything that went into it. You know what I'm saying?
And
Everybody else is just gonna.
that's where high caliber music comes in too, is because when we do music, that's what we believe in. We believe in, when you're going to be on high caliber music, HKE, or excuse me, that was HKN, not E anymore. And yeah, me and Jason always get that mixed up. But we believe that's where your music's going to come from, your heart and soul, lyrics, everyday life. So.
Facts. Shout out to you guys over at High Caliber Music. Definitely working. What's in the cars? What should we be watching out for, you guys, in the next couple, seasons, and maybe even a year or so before we talk? Because I try to reach out to you guys every so often to see what's going on.
Yeah.
But do you guys have anything in the plans that we should be watching out for? Making sure that any new music released from the label or anything like that?
Is Jason still online by chance? Or
Uh I don't know, but I do know we'll leave this up. So is he the best person to ask for that? Because I know
yeah,
he's the executive
CEO
director.
Jason DJ Caliber. He's the CEO of HKM, and I know we're gonna be doing new music. We have a new artist called Young Nate, so he's on our label as well, with coming out with new music. We're trying to promote other artists as well. I have a young kid that I want to promote with him as well, but we gotta sit down and work and see, because we're not, we don't want to be like, hey, we're gonna bring you in, and then sometimes we do know things happen, okay,
I understand.
but you have to be dedicated to, so
Fast.
teamwork makes the dream work.
I trust me. I understand. I do understand. There's levels of commitment, and some people aren't just quite where they could be yet. I'm not gonna say where they should be yet, and that depends on what options come, from that.
Yeah.
Got a couple more questions, and I'll be able to let you go. I definitely appreciate your time. First is, if let's say if your phone was to ring right now, and you had to answer it, and it could be anybody in the world on your phone. Who? All we want to know is who is the person that's calling you, and what is the conversation about? This is your world. We just live in. We just a fly on the wall. You know what I'm saying? But what would be that dream call?
It's my I guess he's my boyfriend. He's in prison, locked up in Folsom, and his name's Carlos Calderon. And it would be him calling me just to say, "Hi, how's your day going? You doing good? Positive vibes. Give me a little push, because that's what I do with him too. Help him inside the walls. Have a positive day, have a blessed day. So if it was a call, it would be from him calling me from Folsom
Yeah.
and trying to tell me, I hope you have a good day today.
Facts,
So,
facts. Does he? I mean, does he have a release date, or what are we working toward?
no, not yet. He has a lawyer. He's been in there 15 years, but he should be hopefully getting out, soon. Praying.
Yeah,
So,
we keeping our fingers crossed. That'll happen for you soon. Well, we've got Okay, so Jason Garcia is here. He said, "Hear Me." It's a new song. He says, "Going Home" by Young Nate's coming out. "Tear Me Down" by DJ Caliber. He says, "Show Love" because DJ Caliber and SinDoll303.
yes. And I actually have a new song. I already wrote it up. I have the beat. I just need to get in the studio, and it's called Quinn. And it's sort of like an Amy Winehouse type of vibe. So it's called Quinn. So it's going to be getting released here soon once I drop it. It's already, like I said, the beat. I already wrote it up. Everything is ready. So.
Well, we'll definitely be on the lookout for that track being released as well. My other question is, okay, if you could go ahead and give them your links one more time because I'm actually gonna go back at the end and we'll make sure it comes up on screen for you. But for everybody watching, so they can follow you, where are your links on all your platforms and things like that?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snap, and TikTok under SinDoll303 or SinDoll Mac. So,
All right, guys. So you can catch a promo page in the next issue of No Offense Magazine, which will be released on March 15th. So you guys be on the lookout for that. We'll have a QR code to where you can listen to her track and her music and her links as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Now that you've come through the interview, Ms. SinDoll, I always have to ask you guys to review me. I mean, no offense. If you're going to take my questions, I should be able to, take yours. Do you have any questions for me? And how do you feel after coming through the
no, I
interview?
give you 10 stars. And
Oh,
thank you.
so
I appreciate it. Like, this is my first, interview. So, not with my psychiatrist, anyways, but.
all right. Now,
Oh.
now that we got that part, I'm going to bring out the crazy questions. Hold on. No, no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
No, you know what? I'm the type of person too. I like to joke. I like to clown. I love to make people laugh. That's me. When people tell me I'm a clown, I'm happy. Like, okay, well, I love it. Thank you.
Hey, life's too short
So,
to be upset. I always agree.
exactly,
Like,
exactly. I love to make people laugh and smile, and because that's, this world's just so negative anymore. You just want to, you
yeah,
gotta show love because you just never know. Tomorrow's never promised.
that's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely spread. Okay, he said show love by DJ Caliber and send. Okay, so he said it was a typo. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. And shout out to Kate for HKM, man, for coming through and definitely showing love. And I love the support that you guys are showing definitely for your artists. And the fact that everybody sounds like they're happy, you know what I'm saying? Especially from SinDoll, sounds like she's happy at the label. It's just that support and that love that you guys demonstrate. I agree, man. Like the world could use a lot more of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
And I want
um,
to show a shout out to the people that watched here that were on. I don't know, but thank you. I appreciate it so much. Much love, you guys. So
factuals. All right. So before I go ahead and join, did you have anything that you might want to shout out to any of your fans other than what you just said? You actually, I think you were in my mind just now. I got a little scribble. But okay, was there anything that you want to say to your fans or anybody who might be watching before I let you go today?
no, I just I love my fans. They keep me going. So I just want to do a shout out to all my fans all over that support me, my family that support me, my friends that support me that are my prison wives that support me. So I just love all you guys and all the artists that support me, share my music that I've met from all over. I love you guys. I love, I love them. I love everybody. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey,
It's
thank you.
a fully support. I love it.
Hey man, hey, if everybody supports, we can all get a little further.
Mhm.
SinDoll303, it's been my pleasure to definitely work with you today. I'm excited. I've got a little bit of work to do myself on the promo, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that we give you something that's gonna make you proud. But until next time I have the opportunity to sit down with you, I want you to keep making that beautiful music that you make. We're gonna be listening. We subscribe to you today, so anytime you drop something, we're gonna definitely know about it. And we're definitely gonna be watching out for your latest and greatest, okay?
Okay. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys, that does conclude our interview today with SinDoll303. Guys, check her out. Like I said, show you can hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. I promise you, I didn't run no charges on my credit card when I hit it. So show the support, guys. It's free, and you never know, you might be pushing somebody to the next level where they could go. You know what I'm saying, by just seeing that support. So until the next time we meet, remember, don't wait on the world to change, but you could be the one to change the world. I've been Mr. No Offense. Y'all been wonderful. And I'll catch y'all next time. Oh, next time is actually tomorrow when we come in live with Lonnie. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? At 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. And then we got the High Council tomorrow afternoon. Tonight, guys, you can tune in to No Offense Radio, or you can check in with the U3 Radio. They'll be on the No Offense Radio. You can get that on iOS and Android by going to your respective stores. Just typing in No Offense Radio. By the way, SinDoll's track is in the rotation as well. So until we meet, y'all take care. I'm out. Hey, excuse me. Could I have just a moment of your time? No offense, but I want to get to know the real you.